Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to give you another update on the indoor mini course build. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks, I think 4 weeks since my last video of where I was at, and showing you how I did these rocks here, how I formed those up. But we've gained quite a bit. I've put a lot of postings up on my Instagram and stuff, but I haven't done a video, so I figured I better get an update video for you to show you where I'm at, because I'm pretty much almost ready for the finishing side of it. A few more things to do, but we're getting there. So of course we went over this section here in the last video, which was episode 2. This is episode 3. We've got this all completed and we've got it smoothed, so I'll quickly go through that in a second, how I do my smoothing and all that stuff on the final pieces. This is the last piece that I just finished. I wanted to incorporate that ledge that I had. There's a ledge here within the foundation of the room, so I wanted to incorporate that, and I wanted to not lose somewhere to place all my 24 scale rigs. So I made a little bit of a tunnel here, and a way to get down from that tunnel. I haven't gotten any other way out of it yet. I was thinking of maybe bringing something off of here and bringing it down to here, or bringing it right back into here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. Maybe later I'll change it or add to it. So we've got a tunnel here. I just used styrofoam pieces to make this tunnel, and then I used the spray foam to kind of give it a bit of a contour and stuff, and then shaved it down with a razor blade just to give it a smoother look and finish. So I think it turned out pretty good. And then of course I got a spot up top here. Sorry for the darkness, guys. This room's a little dark in this corner. So somewhere to put the rigs and have them parked. So there's all the rigs except for my Gladiator. It's over here. It's the one I've been using to test the course. So of course this was already done in the last video. We seen the tunnel and the mountain in the corner, and the up here, and the bridge, and then the down. And what we've added since then is these lifts here. So we've got some bridges here, which you can get to from underneath that way, or coming down that hill there when you come across the bridge, or you can go whichever way you want. Then we've got this little obstacle here, nothing too major. I tried to keep it somewhat obstacle, but when you come into this spot here, I haven't decided if I'm going to put anything into here yet, or just do some rocks and maybe some landscaping rock or something in here. Not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do, so I'm trying to get that figured out in my head, how I'm going to finish off this where the wood is. Over here we've got a little bit of a spot, sorry for my shadow, a little bit of a spot here. So we've got that. We got a little bit of a mound here. And then we can get down underneath here, and we've got this bridge here, which you can go 3 different ways, right? You can go up this way. Did put some rock formations on top of the bridges. You can go up into there and then up onto the top. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I haven't, it's completely flat. I did some work back here. There is styrofoam with the plastic cover over top of it over here, and I cut it out from the original size, just so that my blinds here I can still open and close my blinds. And then I've got some wiring back in here, which is fished all through the bottom, and it comes out of there. I don't know if you guys can see that hole, because I have some lights installed. I will show you that in a second. I did post that on my Instagram with the lights out in the room. Yeah, so you can go up, and then we've got a corner hill, a little obstacle here that you can come around and go down in. And then we've got lots of open plywood here still on the bottom. I haven't decided yet, like I said, what I'm going to do with that. I got to do something in there. I'll maybe put some more rock formations or something. I have made some rock formation out of styrofoam with my hot wire cutter. That's what all these are. These are all styrofoam. I just hot glued them onto the styrofoam and then plasti wrapped the whole thing. This stuff is, I went through a lot of this. I used the wood scenics for most of it, and then my local hobby store ran out, so I've got this yet, the plastic cover. So I gotta do that yet. I gotta plaster cover all of that. I'm not going to do the inside. I've sprayed it with black spray paint. I put cardboard down on the bottom and halfway up along the back wall here. It's hard for you guys to see that. So if the trucks do hit it, they're not eating the foam, because the foam, it'll beat the crap out of this foam, and I didn't want to have a bunch of foam chunks and have to worry about plaster coating the inside of it. So I've got a few little holes in there so you can see it, because that's a full tunnel, so you can enter it from here and of course exit from here either way, or go the other way down onto the mountain, and then of course up onto where I store the trucks. So yeah, so I do have some lighting in here. I will show you how I did that. So I've got the switch here. You can kind of see that I've got it on green right now. So what they are under counter puck lights. So what I did with them is I cut a piece of wood. I got it somewhere in here. I think it's over here. So I cut a piece of wood that is exactly the size of those these lights here. So I wrapped it in tack tape. This tuck tape is the spray foam doesn't stick to it very well, so I wrapped it up, put it down on another piece of cardboard, and then just styrofoamed around it to get these little holders that work perfect. And I just spray painted them black. They work perfect to hold the lights. So I've got one extra. I've got 5 installed into the course underneath, so I was able to just glue them in there. So there's one. You can't really tell. I've got the underneath of these painted black. It's just styrofoam. I didn't plaster cover these, so I just installed the one there, and I've got one underneath here that comes down onto this rock pile, and I've got one here, and so that's 4, and I've got one in the tunnel here. I will turn out the lights here in a sec just to see. So there's the one in the tunnel, and that's how I installed it. And all I did with the wiring is all underneath. So if I need, these are all removable, so I can take this out and change it up if I want to, or build onto it. These remove, and this removes. All of this is stationary, but the bridges and all the tunnel here is removable. And it's just, I just melted a channel into the bottom of the styrofoam, and all the wiring from this one comes through, and it comes out here right into here. And the same with this one, it comes up this way, comes out into here, and then it plugs into this junction box here, which allows me to plug it in. And I do have a remote for it, so I can change the color, turn it on, off. But I've got the switch. There's a switch for it here, so I just ran it down the back side here. Underneath this counter here, there's a plug-in, so I just plugged it in there, and I just use that switch. But I do have a remote to change the lights. Let me see what it'll look like with the lights off. It's still daytime here, so we'll have a bit of light coming through. But so there you go. Gives you that nice little bit of an underglow there. And you can change the color to, it's got like 6 colors or 7 color combinations, and then you can change it to lighter in that color or whatever. This one here I seem to be having a problem with. When I change these lights to blue, this one goes to like a yellow. If I go to a white, this one stays at yellow. So I'm not sure if I'm going to change that one out with the other one, spare one I have, because it is a real bugger to do that, because I've glued it underneath there. And then you've got the one in the tunnel, and I also have the lights in the a separate set of lights inside the tunnel in the mountain. So yeah, so she all lights up pretty good. I like how it comes down on top there and gives it that nice glow. Nothing on the top yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there, but it is a dark corner right in here, the room, the natural lighting in the room. I've only got, well, I put 2 panel lights in the drop ceiling here. There was only the one light socket in this room, and I put in one of those garage LEDs to kind of give me some more light, and then 2 of those panel, here, let me turn the lights back on. 2 of those panel lights there, you can see them. So it does, but it's still pretty kind of dark in this corner. So I got to figure out something in here for when I'm, you know, doing some filming and stuff. But yeah, so that's the lights that I installed. So that's kind of where I'm at now. At the end of this video, I'll show a few snippets of putting the finishing piece on here. Like I said, I'd get to this. So this is what the plaster cloth, we all know, looks like when you put it on. You get you see the holes in the plaster cloth if you don't smooth it. Like, it took me a long time to put this plaster cloth down because I really smoothed it out quite a bit, and used a small paintbrush, and you see here, you can see some holes in there. Well, that smoothing, this is all smoothed out. It finishes it off and makes it nice and smooth. You don't see that plaster cloth effect. Like, here is done, all this has been done, and what I use is SheetRock 90. I just take a bit of that, so that's just wall repair, like drywall repair, and I mix a bit up in a little cup at a time and just incorporate it slowly with a small paintbrush. It's very time consuming, but because I'm a darn perfectionist, I don't like things to look cheap and thrown together, so I have smoothed out, and I'm just getting started. I just the other night finished, I think it was last night, I finished this upper part here leading into the tunnel. I've got some work to do there with the plaster cloth, of course, on this. That's what's next. I did pick up, hopefully this I got this at my local Michael's store. It's plaster cloth. I was, like I said, was using the wood scenic stuff, but this stuff they had in stock, so I bought a couple rolls and a larger one, 8-inch one, and then these are 4-inch by I think 15 feet. But these were what I was using, was the plaster cloth sheets here. These are the sheets, and then I had these plaster rolls. Like, that's 15 yards, so that was a 30-foot roll, and I've got a little bit of that left in there, but I knew I didn't have enough to finish that, so I had to go. My hobby shop had no more. I cleaned them out. Yeah, I got some rocks, and I got some smaller rock stuff back here. You guys can't see that. I don't know why I'm bothering to try and show you that, but yeah, so that's where we're at. That's how I smoothed it out. I used the SheetRock. I do have some aquarium rock that I bought too that I can lay down. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to finish this. Paints that I've got, I might as well tap on that. So I'm going to try these are acrylic paints. This is a gray, I got a black, and I got a brown, to kind of see how I'm going to finish off the mountain and all the, how I'm going to make it look. I figured gray would be a good start, and with some black, maybe water it down a bit and just see how it works out. Upper left has done a really good job on his. I got some brown to maybe do some trails, like track, maybe up in here where the vehicle goes, just to change the color up a bit, maybe mix it with a little bit of black to darken it up a bit. I haven't decided yet. I'll play around with that once I get all this plaster cloth and smooth. So I've got all this to smooth still. I got some plaster cloth to get done up here. I didn't finish this because I was trying to figure how I was going to run my lights, but I could have finished the top here. This is all finished. I did finish the top of this one, but I got to smooth all this out still, and I just do where you can see. I don't go underneath. Like, the plaster cloth wraps around a bit here in these bridges that I built, but it doesn't wrap all the way, and I don't cover the bottom. I just spray painted it black. So yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming. And again, at the end of the video here, guys, I'll just put in a couple clips that I had taken while I was doing all this. I can't remember exactly what clips I have in there. Maybe smoothing. I can't remember if I took one. But yeah, so that's where we're at, and keep your eyes open for the next one. And thanks for all the new subscribers. I've gotten a few here over the Christmas period. It's now January 15th or 14th today. So Christmas is over, but I did a lot of work over the Christmas holidays. I had a few weeks off, so hammered at this pretty hard. Got somewhere, but yeah, so it's coming. I do drive the trucks over it. The Gladiator has been my test vehicle because it's a long wheelbase, so it helps me make sure I can make corners and get through things like up in here, to make sure I can get around this where I brought this ramp out. And that's basically how I built my ramps, is right there. So I just took some styrofoam, laid it on top of each other, cut it at an angle with my hot styrofoam cutter, painted the underneath black, put in an extra piece to make this look a little thicker, so it's actually kind of hollow underneath there. And that's how I made all of these. And then I just cut out these little styrofoam rock formations, and you just go with your hot cutter, your wire cutter, and it looks like a rock. Like, I thought they turned out pretty good compared to these actual molded rocks. I thought they turned out pretty good. And then these molded rocks here too. So just got to figure out what I'm going to do in these areas here. Maybe put a few more of those rock molds in that I made, because I've got a few here. I still have some styrofoam. I can make some more, you know, lay them in there in different places, and just make some more obstacles down there. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So thanks everybody for watching, and all those new subscribers, and the ones that keep coming back and supporting me. I appreciate that, and sorry for the 4 weeks in between videos, but I was just working at it so hard. I just kept going at it, and now I'm back to work. So thanks for watching, and everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the next one. Cheers.